Alright y'all, welcome back to another Swords and Sandals video. Instead of continuing 5 or playing more Pirates or Medieval, I wanted to go back to the Classic Collection to show off one of the greater games of the Swords and Sandals franchise, which is Swords and Sandals 2. The original 2 that came out in 2006. I think I talked a lot about it in my original couple of playthroughs of like, I think I played 3, 4, and I might have played did I play Gross Out? I don't think I did. I think I might have played Crusader. This was a game that made a lot of childhoods back in the day. It definitely made my childhood. It made my brother's childhood. Some of our family members. This was the Flash game to play. Especially the original. The original had a lot of like name. I wouldn't call it glitches, but like a lot of like if you changed the name to a specific set of characters, then you would have got certain like builds and stuff like that. But Swords and Sandals 2 is the most influential game in the entire Swords and Sandals franchise because it was so easily accessible during the time of its release. It was basically on every Flash Games website. It was just up there. It was something that was extremely different because of how fun it was. The addiction, especially since like the difficulty spike during the demo was extremely hard. Getting the right builds were hard. Then you can find out, like I'm about to show you, about the Charisma Magic build, which is literally the most overpowered thing in the entire game. Things like that. Swords and Sandals 3 was also accessible to an extent, but it wasn't as popular, in my opinion. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. Most people played 3 and then went right back to 2, like me. Especially since like Swords and Sandals 3 had a multiplayer component that ended up failing in like the first like 2 weeks because they didn't expect so many people to be playing the game. Yeah, I have a bunch of like I completed the game with Nameless just because I like Nameless. I built another build, the Chosen Undead. Haven't gotten far with that one. Then I went with God as basically a tweaked version of the Chosen Undead. And now I'm working on just Gladiator, which is just my most current build, which is just a reskin of Nameless. Like Nameless was a pure charisma build. Like I think I had like 90 something. Hold on, let me show you. Look, yeah, look at this fucking dude. Yeah, look, 90 charisma, and then like every so often I'd pour something else. You know, it's still skill point into like strength, agility, whatever. Let me show you. I have 598 wins and 6 losses. This game is extremely long in that aspect. And I mean long in the sense that it's extremely grindy, especially towards the later stages, or the later tournaments. It does get extremely grindy. But that's because everybody's stats are up there. Oh yeah, so this is what it looks like. You can jump backwards, forwards, move back, forwards. Kind of similar to Swords and Sandals 5, except the menu is a little bit more readable. Since this character has 65 charisma, my taunt is a 99%, so that could do a number of things. That can enrage the opponent, which their head will turn red for a brief second, then they'll charge at you. You can knock them back, which is extremely useful against like fucking bigger opponents. Or it could do sound damage, which is what I did to him that broke his armor. I also have a bunch of magic spells up here, which weaken armor, so I can take off pieces of his armor, which dropped it. I can scream at it again. This is the whole build. This is literally all you do. You just scream. If he doesn't want to comply, fuck it. I have a big ass fireball. I don't want to sit here and listen to him screaming all day, so I kind of just poured magic. I poured points into magic to kind of subdue that. But this is essentially the easiest way to get through Swords and Sandals 2. There's a bunch of other builds that you can do that are very viable in their own right, but I've only recently started playing it again for the achievements. I'm trying to 100% the achievements, which is essentially just beating the game over. My first character that you saw, Nameless, was I had like millions of gold, so I like automatically got that achievement. But this is the entire game, essentially. Very simple, very repetitive. Um, it's fun. It's simple fun. Usually, like I'll turn on like a murder documentary in the background. I shouldn't have done that, but I'll take it. I'll turn on like a murder documentary in the background and then grind out this game. Um, I think I'm a little over halfway through with the game. I'm already level 31. Yeah, so I'm a little over halfway through the game. But yeah, like I was saying, this game came out in 2006, and it had a very long lifespan. A very long lifespan. I think this game was still popular in the Flash game scene up until Flash got, you know, taken down, which is hard. Most Flash games, especially back from 2006, get overshadowed by like sequels. Not this game. Swords and Sandals 3, everybody, at least a lot of people enjoyed because they obviously went on to make more. Um, but Swords and Sandals 3 wasn't as unique as 2 was, in my opinion. It definitely expanded on everything. Don't get me wrong. It expanded on a lot of things, especially when I played it. You can see that. Um, but 2 had this certain style to it that was extremely unique. Swords and Sandals 3 kind of went in a generic look, in my opinion. This is just my humble opinion. But yeah, ever since 2006 up until the deletion of Flash in, what was it, 2020? Was it 2020? This game had a very long lifespan. There are actual speedruns on speedrun.com on this game. People that are genuinely still playing and getting, newer things. Some people still have the Flash variant of this game, which had a lot of bugs that you could do. There's like a whirlwind bow build, which is essentially whirlwind is an ability that you spin in a circle and it does like 150% damage or some shit like that. Maybe even double damage. But you could do it with a bow, and you can hit them from anywhere on the map. And like, for some reason, it was almost always an insta kill. Things like that. The original game had its charm, but the classic collection, since it's now on Steam, it's a lot more accessible. Not everybody wants to download 500 gigabytes worth of Flash games. Um, I'm also not killing these gladiators because we're doing duels, which is just first to blood. Like, for whoever essentially gets first blood. And, since I'm essentially demolishing their armor, it's easy. The tournaments is where you have to sit there and I have to scream at them for like fucking 3 hours and Easy in and out. I don't think I can get any more spells. Yeah, 50. Molten Death is, I think, like super overpowered. I also might need to start pouring some stats into my vitality just to get my health up a bit. Can I get anything new here? Oh, I can. I have like $1 million, so like I'm not really worried about money. Yeah, I think that's it. This game also has random events, but they're pretty random. Like in terms of like the event, like you winning or losing the event. I know from like an outside perspective, this game is probably extremely boring to watch and extremely like, why did people enjoy this? If I'm honest with you, I don't even know. I just grew up playing it. I don't even remember how I found it, how I got to it, but I grew up playing it, and I never really stopped playing it. It's kind of been ingrained into like my nostalgia factor. And it's funny too, cause I didn't even know it originally came out on Steam back, I think, what, 2019 maybe? Maybe. I don't even know when this came out on Steam. It might have been. Maybe it was this year or last year. Either way, I didn't even know it came out. My brother told me, and he was like, "Yo, they released this, Swords and Sandals on Steam." I'm like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, they released it on Steam." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I had to buy it. I had to buy it. And honestly, now that I've played like, Pirates, Medieval, yada yada yada, oh, he survived. Oh shit. Now that I've played all of them, even the two Redux, I can efficiently say that I'm glad that the direction of the video, of all the games took a turn. Um, because Swords and Sandals 1, 2, and 3 all had the same basic format. You win duels until you're leveled up enough to fight the tournament. You defeat the arena champion, rinse and repeat, and it becomes pretty stale to an extent. Obviously with one in Swords and Sandals 1, it was all melee, so you didn't have any magic. So, going into Swords and Sandals 2, where there is magic, they added things. And then Swords and Sandals 3, they added essentially a lot more build customization. Um, you can basically become like a fucking beefy all-around character and still survive. But the gold grinding was a problem, at least for me, because I went for a good build, like a moral build. So I didn't kill anybody that I beat. I kept them alive, and that increases my experience gain by 50%, or I think it's like 10%, something like that. As for if you're bad, you increase your gold percent, but either way, you don't win enough gold for it to really like matter. Um, so that game turned into a real fucking grind. Not to mention that some of the arena champions are just downright overpowered. Some of them are extremely pushover. It's a mixed bag. Um, that's why I'm glad Swords and Sandals 4 was a board game, and a lot of people surprisingly didn't enjoy that aspect because they wanted more Swords and Sandals. the game is known for, which is arena fights. But I like that it went for a more board game aesthetic because it diversified the brand. You know, and Crusaders came. I think Crusaders came out before 4 and before 3. So you know that was also really fucking cool because you know not many people at the time were making games like that were essentially Risk but a little bit more in depth. So you know that was really fucking cool. Um, what the fuck is my shit? Oh, okay. Well, not yet. Look at this. All these people I gotta go through. I gotta kill them too. Like, it's, I just don't. Not just strip their armor. I have to kill them. Once I get rid of his armor, yeah, it should be easy. Let's try. Let's try and speedrun through this. This is the power of the charisma magic build. Like, it's super cheap, but I'm here for the achievements. I'm just trying to get through it. And it sucks too, cause I beat this game not long before they added Steam achievements. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, I added Steam achievements to all the games." I'm like, "Ah, fuck! Now I gotta go back and play all of them." And that was the first time I actually beat Swords and Sandals 1, cause I never really like sat there and like beat it. What the fuck? Where'd he go? Come on. Nice. I think once I get to like level 40, I'll probably start expanding. Nah, not even level 40. I don't know what level I should start expanding my skill points. Maybe after this level up, I'll like pour like one. I'll pour like 2 into like something else instead of charisma, because my charisma is already pretty high. But yeah, like going back to what I was saying, yeah, I really enjoy the direction that the games ended up going in because they were diversified. Now, like Swords and Sandals 5 is a dungeon crawler, you know what I mean? So like that's really cool. That has a lot of replayability. I like dungeon crawlers. Dungeon crawlers are extremely fun, in my opinion, just because there's a lot of like going back, grinding, and I like grindy games like Diablo and like Chaos Bane, but I don't like grindy games in the aspect of like RPGs. And I know those would be considered RPGs, but they're more of like looters. Or I like grinding in action RPGs, I should say, because the combat is usually fun. Like, you know, like the Sword Art Online games, which ultimately I'm not really good at those because they have a lot of background knowledge that I don't have. And plus those games have terrible tutorials. Except for like Fatal Bullet, that was the only one that was good. Come, 51, that's why. He's gonna drink a potion. No, he's not? Okay. Duncan Boniface. Alright, we're almost done with this one. 330. Oh wait, 320. That's the general habit you're gonna see with the NPCs in this game, is that a lot of them have like potions. Which isn't the problem. The problem isn't them having potions. It's how many potions they end up having that you don't know about. And I think, like, you can see them somewhere. But I just kind of skipped through it. Easy, easy. Good shit. Oh, this one's not too bad. Yep. I could... Ah. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna... You think you're gonna scream at me, bro? You not know who I am? Basically fucking... I'm basically the Dragonborn in this game. My Skyrim character is less of a Dragonborn than fucking my Gladiator. Damn, he has high armor, low vitality. Oh shit. Nice. That was good. That was good. Here we go. Daimyo Katsumoto. He might have magic. Oh, he just blocked that entirely. I gotta do at least like one more like sound damage. What is his fucking stat, bro? I have an 82%. This. Oh, bro. Back up. There we go. Oh, word. Oh, oh. I did not expect to get him. Whoa. Nice. Katsu carried. Here, I'll put one in there just to top it off. Make your way to the cozy nook, a tavern in the merchant's quarter. Paying the innkeeper 1360 gold pieces, you are shown to a comfortable room with a view of the forests to the east. Your sleep is peaceful, and you wake feeling ready to take on the world again. Beloved of the people. But yeah, this is Swords and Sandals 2. I just wanted to show it off for a bit. There is a certain charm to it. You know, when like if you played it like a kid as me, you just that musical jingle right there is it's heaven. It's nostalgia all in one, you know, song. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna have something special after this video. Um, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciated it. It's good to go keep continuously feeding my nostalgia. And I'll see you real soon.